Do you want to know what it's like to hit a 12-pack of 9-foot-tall whoops? Well, you're going to have anxiety. Your flight or flight reflex is going to be engaged. It's going to feel as if you're jumping off a high diving board at your pool, or bungee jumping, or skydiving, or maybe another example that would hit home for people is the massive roller coaster that you're scared of heights with, the gut feeling. That's what it's like to hit a set of gigantic effing whoops. You sort of just close your eyes and hope for the best. That's what Arenacross is bringing. This weekend at round 3, they were freaking huge. We're going to use Ryan Brees as an example here on his last lap. He's going to go double, 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 and then single, single, double out. Just keeping it safe, making sure both wheels are on the ground. Those suckers are massive. There were some riders that were able to get through them better than others. Most riders did not want to skin them. Pretty much 95% of everybody was trying to do that exact thing, is double, double, double. And when you have these caliber of riders double, double, doubling, it's telling you something. So here, this is in the 1v1. We've got Brees again. You've got Kyle Peters, the defending champ. Brees is going to go outside so that he can skim him. And then Peters is going to go wheel tap, triple, double, triple out, which to me, that looked like the safer way to go about it, and arguably almost just as fast. Here, I'll back it up so we can see it again. Because what is he doing? He's able to go to the inside, cut out 15 feet around the corner. Ryan has to use all the real estate he can to get a good entry into the whoop so that he keeps some speed up so he can stay on top of them. And he's going to use the starter whoop to try to get those front wheels on top. I doubt he's even missing one because they're so big. He's got to hit every single one, where you've got Kyle where he's going to roll, wheel tap, so that he's basically triple, triple, double, triple in. And that's something you can do consistently throughout the night. No matter how cupped out they get, the more cupped out they get, the actually easier it is to start doubling and moving through them because you've got more room in between each whoop. Ryan is doing it the hard way, where he's got to squeeze the bike, he's got to make sure that he's got good speed through it, and he's got to just hold it WFO throughout the whole thing. And that's probably going to put more stress on him. He's probably going to get some more arm pump because he's going to hit one of these suckers and it's going to make him go sideways. You can see even his front wheel ended up dropping a little bit because he couldn't keep the speed up, and therefore it just slowed him down. It was hitting a curb. Every time you hit a curb, it just stops you a little bit. It's like jumping on a double or something at your local track and you case it, and it just slows you down. So if you're ever trying to get into a corner right after a jump, try casing the jump a little bit, and it's going to slow down your momentum, and it's going to enable you to make the corner or make the inside. Whoops are incredibly scary. But you know what's not scary? Buying yourself something for Christmas or giving a gift. You can go to CompleteRacingSolutions.com, sign up for a membership for a training program, or you could get yourself some energy fuel to help you get ready for the next season come springtime, or if you're doing any sort of winter racing. Make sure you're shopping CoachRobStore.com or CompleteRacingSolutions.com. And once again, Arenacross is using the real estate they have to their advantage by making different rhythms that end up being pretty close to the same in speed. You've got Peters on a 250, and then you've got Ryan on the 450, and he's going to be able to go triple out, which is the bigger of the two. That is a gigantic triple out. Truthfully, that is the fastest line, is when you can triple out of something, out of a corner, because you can use the maximum speed, where if you're doubling, you got to slow down a little bit. And yeah, you end up more than likely tripling into a corner, but it's still faster to triple in rather than it is to triple out. So you've got Kyle, he's going to opt to go double, then triple. And it's pretty close. However, Kyle was almost making the pass at the beginning of the section. See, he's got him right there. And then you've got Ryan ended up with about a bike or two length at the end. But not a lot of guys were able to hit this triple in right out of the corner just because it was so big. And the other thing is you see a lot of these guys starting to dive down. You see this a lot in Supercross as well, where the ruts start getting deeper and deeper and deeper. You'll have guys starting to cut down. And this is dangerous for Ryan to be taking this line here. We see this a lot in Supercross too, where guys will just end up T-boning each other because they're expecting them to go up and around the berm, but what they're doing is they're going outside and diving in. Unless the rider behind you is on their toes and knows exactly where you're going, well, they could come in and block you or take you out because you're diving back down. And here we'll watch that again. And my favorite part of Arenacross is the passes. It's not so much just the takeouts, because those are pretty cool too. But this one, this was racecraft. This was everything that you want out of a perfect pass. You've got Myers and Bitterman. So watch what happens where Myers is going to do the right thing, where he's going to hug the inside to prevent Bitterman behind him to try to sneak up on the inside of him. But Bitterman is using his forward thinking, and he's going to jump to the outside, slam on his brakes, and carve in and wait for a little gap of Myers to appear so that he can just dive underneath and come up underneath him. And that way, if he needs a block past him, he can, because he's got the inside of the next corner. That was just so well executed. That was my favorite pass of the night here. No slow-mo, no nothing. We're just going to watch it happen in real time. And we have some other passes that I just was going, what is going on here? Because Arenacross is so tight. It's hard to go 2 bike length wide, let alone go 4. So again, we've got Myers and Lester's actually in here, and Peters. And Peters is going to cut them, split them in half through the whoops where he's doing his line. Oh, he's actually blitzing them right here. We rarely see him blitz them. And Ryan on the inside is going to try to block past a couple of the guys. Do they both get 2 for 1? Yeah, they do. Kyle gets 2, and then Ryan actually gets 2 as well. Here, we'll watch that again. But to go 4 wide through this set of whoops, wow. And for Kyle to opt to try to start blitzing him after a wheel tap is pretty impressive. Woo! And this is a total Cooper Webb pass for the finish line. So this was Moto 2, and Ryan was way out front for a while, and then he started playing it safe. And you've got Kyle coming up the inside, doing the same thing that Bitterman did, but it's just in the corner before, where he's going to go from the outside and try to sneak up underneath him. And Ryan, really what he should have done is just try to hold the line there, but instead he drifts wide, opening up a gap for Kyle to go through, because he's just trying to block him. But he was a little bit too fast, and he didn't touch his front wheel to really, really block him. So watch what he does. Ooh. And that 250 is easier to turn than that 450. Ryan would have just held that inside. He would have won that moto. And actually, Kyle ended up going 1-1 for the night for both, which was pretty impressive with how Arenacross has the format. But yeah, Ryan should have just hugged the inside, and Kyle would have had nowhere to go. But instead, he pushes wide to try to block him, opens up that nice gap, just sneaks underneath him, and goes 1-1.